Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
Congratulations, stupid motherfucker, you just won a brand new ass whooping.
Okay, let's talk about it. So, where to even truly begin on why I had to make this, where the title of the video is third strike, three strike? I have no idea, man. I'm doing this half asleep because I've been trying to finish organizing my actual videos on my main channel. So, let's just get into the nitty gritty. I have exhausted any semblance of trying to be an adult about all this stuff. It's not from lack of trying. If you guys don't know the whole story, I'm just gonna do it with spark notes. Basically, me and this voice actress here, we met because I made one not safe for work audio that apparently got me recognized by a couple of people, even though it was my laziest, and I've ever since then been trying to recreate everything with A+ material with the people I actually have done stuff with. Look forward to that shit later on. Anyway, me and KB met where KB wanted us to do a collab. Then KB wanted to ghost me, gaslight me, then we had our first falling out. Second falling out was when she wanted to go with someone else's campaign of defamation of character. She did not want to apologize for any of that stuff until some person I told off the cuff from being an acquaintance what they wanted to do. She wanted to apologize to me to take down the stuff because it made her look bad. Now we're over here with the third strike. What happened to third strike? Well, let's get into that part. So, me and a former editor, we actually had a falling out because I didn't want to do any of this stuff that they themselves wanted me to do. It's a common thing for a lot of different people where they have bad work experiences. I think Quentin Reviews would know how I feel about this situation, to where he wanted to take a few different videos I've made over the years, including the film that I made that apparently led into a lot more controversies, that led into more stuff that I could probably sue a lot of people for defamation of character. We've already talked about that extensively for like the last 2 years. And KB saw that said video, not the movie, another video I made, was leaked online talking about her, where she wanted to send an apology, but not because she was sorry. No. The whole thing was she wanted to give the apology in just the whole hopes that that's all it would take for the video to go down. Me, I only took it down because that stuff was stolen. If it were just me posting it, like right now, I ain't taking nothing down. You already burned a lot of bridges, and you burned a lot of goodwill. You do not deserve me taking down anything for you. And this is why it's a third strike, and why I'm going to explain it to you guys right here, right now. So, if you guys are noticing a pattern that I've had with certain voice actors and actresses, it's not really the reasoning for why people say what they do, it's how they say it. That is not the case here with KB. KB's whole problem, amongst others that I've heard from various other sources and people that she's burnt bridges with, terrible things that she's done to other people, past lovers that have come up to give certain testimonies that have been the contrary to what she has stated, and many other things. She just does not understand what it means to actually make amends with something and then just shake hands when someone's just trying to give you something that is wholeheartedly just the adult thing to state, which is a response that even she will be able to state of, I will never really see this as like a reality of stuff, but if the opportunity does come along where we do have to interact, we do have to talk, I want the whole slate clean, we shake hands, be either friendly to where we could potentially be friends down the line if that is the development process, or at least be colleagues and or cordial. Because that's the adult way to handle it, where you're just like, I don't want to feud anymore. I don't want stuff to go wrong. I don't want things to keep progressing and then spiraling out of control to be a constant loop. You don't respond to that of just like, I don't really want to do that. I only did this to give the apology so that you could take it all down and then ignore you.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
That's the same way of just trying to go up to someone and say, hey, thanks for getting this article out of my face. about me being a terrible person. Now I'm gonna go do stuff that is cancelable, and then that just means I can apologize anytime I want, and stuff can be taken down because I don't need to suffer from the actions of my own consequences. And why is that such a huge thing to talk about now? Because apparently y'all forgot that this is pretty much why the people we've been looking up to have been getting canceled, fired, and then taken out of circulation for doing shit like this. And it's exhausting trying to then do this because I know how this shit works and I just don't care. The whole thing I care about is when you decide to fuck with things that are important to me. My time, my energy, my money, and my patience. When you fuck up all, if not just 3/4 of it, you already know that things are on the downward spiral. To this point now, when I make this whole video public, where KB, I hope you end up seeing this. Don't even try to message me about taking this down, because I already know you're gonna probably post this somewhere trying to say that you were wrongfully accused, you did everything right, and I'm just doing all this stuff to hurt you. When in actuality, if you were to pretty much show everything without blocking out stuff, I tried giving you every means of just solving this adult to adult. I didn't want to have to do this video. I didn't want to have to get to this point. But since you won't really listen until it's in a fucking video format, this video is never gonna come down. Because I'm tired of having to talk to you about the same thing. Yes, you're becoming a huge success in the stuff that you're doing with not safe for work stuff. Props to you. Here's some fucking condescending claps for all that, because I don't fucking care. I don't care about the whole thing of your numbers are racked up, you get the deep pockets. This is gonna be a sweet ride for you for a limited time, because anyone that has been at this game a long time will tell you this spot is fucking limited. So I'm not gonna fucking care about the whole thing of it's for clout, it's for numbers. Bitch, you did me wrong multiple times. And I'm tired of having to do the same sit-down talk with you. You wanted to not have beef, but then keep making said beef because you don't know how to talk to people. You don't want to have any more complications, but you make the complications. And this is something that is a running problem for not just you or anyone else that could be talking about, and I definitely will because my producers told me certain things I need to do before we can just go back to my regular show. It's just the fact of a lot of you guys just want to act as if this limited ride of yours is going to be forever. Like everything that you're doing right now is just going to be smooth sailing, that everyone's going to, on that sweet ride, to just do whatever you want and just say whatever you want and treat people however you want. And I get it. I really do. I get what that whole thing in the limelight and having all those fans and screaming applauds and different things of going to different circulations, conventions, and doing all this other stuff is supposed to be very lucrative. Yes, I get it. But allow me to just sit down with you guys right now to just share this whole big factor from someone that has actually sat down with real life legends. No one cares. It's how you treat people that matters. Because I know I'm trying to do this whole roundabout thing to go back to the same point, but I'm trying to make sure it's drilled into your head about how you treat people is most important. When you wanted to run your mouth to other people because some psycho told you some stuff out of context, you didn't listen and you didn't learn. And as the fact of the matter is, I gotta make this whole shit wasting my own time, which is just roughly around 15 minutes, that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get back in a whole big way. Even still, you guys are taking time away from me to do all this stuff, which is more time that you have wasted from me. We could literally have squashed this right then, right there. We just be like, I don't think this is gonna happen, but if it does happen, let's shake hands on it. Let's hope for the best. You don't need to spit in someone's face because something solved to your specifications. That still makes you a dumbass. Because I've known many people that I've had to turn to where I've spat in their faces. It never worked out. Reverse situation too. That shit goes both ways. Where yeah, you might have some connections I might need for something, but at this point, again, I don't care. I'm gonna be making stuff on my own bracket, doing stuff that I need to do for myself that won't really revolve around you until a certain point. When we get to that point, and if you want to bring up this video, I can still just reference the same thing. We could have squashed this in 2023. I gave you a olive branch. You're the one that broke it. You're the one that wanted to keep these problems happening. And you're the person that wanted to keep these situations on the constant roll every goddamn time. And it's exhausting having to do this when I already have children I've raised. I have grandchildren now. I have nieces and nephews. I'm all over the place being a parent. I don't need to spend this time trying to sit down and talk to you about the basic stuff that any parent should have passed on to their children. But looks like I have to. It's bothersome because it's fucking annoying. So for the love of God, do not message me about taking this down. Do not even try to give me a fake apology. If you try to run your mouth to other people, have them watch the whole thing, and then tell them to message me directly like a legitimate person should. Because if you run your mouth just trying to say, oh, I did everything I could and did, I already know you lying. I'll even have this in the video for anyone that wants to watch it to the end. She's gonna be lying, because there's 3 sides to every story. There's their side, there's the other person's side, in the middle is the whole cold truth. I'm stating my piece about just being so fucking annoyed about having to do this 3 times in a row to do the same lesson over and over again. Her story is gonna be just this whole thing that I still remember the DMs about how you were in a bad place right then and there. You have no real big excuse for it, and it was just a bad time. I get that, but that shouldn't equate into how you end up with a 3rd strike right now. So either be better, do better, grow the hell up, both you and your group of friends, or the next time you feel like putting my name in your fucking mouth, you just don't. And then we don't have to make this whole problem a lot longer, a lot more detailed than ever before. Because that's all that's left in me, baby. Now I'm kind of sick of this, because I'm kind of growing sick and tired of every single one of you guys that have been in the voice acting game for the period that you have been in and haven't grown up at all. It's annoying, and it's grating on the soul.